Hello.
Hey, Mr. Gastelum, first question here. In your post-fight interview with Ryan Stan, you said that you wanted to fight Anderson Silva, but in the past few weeks, you said that you want to go back. You still want another chance at 170. After this performance, did you change your mind? Now you want to stay at 185. You're unbeaten at 185 here in UFC. You did you accept the fact that you are a middleweight right now?
I said I wanted to get a fight that interests me at middleweight, and if I get a fight that interests me at middleweight, then I would definitely stay. And Anderson's one of those guys that would definitely interest me to fight.
Okay, we saw that Vitor started the first round pretty well actually, even better than his past few fights. Uh, what do you think that you did to stop the big star from Vitor?
Oh well, I was well prepared for anything that Vitor brought. I'm training under Rafael Cordero, and he's been, he knows Vitor's game from 20 years ago and up until now. So I just followed instructions, and I worked a lot these last few months. And you just see the end result of all the work.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Hi. You
Oh,
seem like you still had something else to say up there, and you didn't get a chance to in your post-fight interview. Is there anything else you wanted to say?
I just wanted to thank everybody. I wanted to thank my team at Kings MMA. Thank my family for always supporting me, and just thank God for all the blessings.
Also, that was it. And I think you were you seem very unafraid. Even though Vitor looked a lot bigger and he's always an intimidating presence, you seem to be just pretty relaxed in there. How did you feel? And even when he connected, how did you think? What did you think of his power?
Yeah. We were expecting him to be fast. We're expecting him to be strong. We're expecting him to be powerful, and I was just well prepared for everything that Vitor was bringing to the table. And you see the end result.
Calling out Anderson, is this a fight that you want next because of his name, because of the attention that he will bring for you, or is this the matchup of his style, testing yourself against him that attracts you the most?
It's a combination of a lot of things. He's a big name. He's another legend, and he's ranked above me. I want to keep moving up the rankings, and I want the fight that eventually lead me to the title shot.
Um, is that a fight that you're coming up with and you're asking for it, or did someone from the UFC already approach you with the possibility of matching up with Anderson in Rio?
There's something that I talked with my management team.
Are you completely fully healed? No injuries from this fight. You believe you're ready for June 3rd?
Yeah, 100% free. I got nothing booked. So if we want to go and make it happen in June 3rd in Rio, I would love for it to happen.
So you faced in middleweight so far Tim Kennedy, who was away from the sport for like 2 years or something. Vitor, who's 39 years old, and now you're calling out Anderson, who's 40 years old too. Do you believe that maybe you should get like an opponent a little closer to your age, maybe, or in more activity than those guys?
Sure. I don't care who I fight. I want the big fights. I want the fights that'll keep me moving up the rankings. So I don't care who I fight. It's just Anderson is a guy that I respect a lot, and he's a big name. He's a legend, and one of the greatest of all time. So those are the kind of fighters that I want to fight. I don't want to keep moving back. I want to keep moving forward.
Um, and what would it take for you to come back to 170? Would you need to maybe lose a fight at middleweight, or is it something that it would have to be a title shot straight away against like Tyron Woodley or something?
It would have to be against a number one contender. I believe, I'm one of the best welterweights, and if I go back down, it would have to be for a number one contender fight.
And if I may, just one more. to come back to 170, you would have to cut weight again, and you've been looking awesome since you moved up. Is that something that you believe fighters should do more often? You know, move up and fight closer to their weight rather than cutting a huge amount of weight to fight looking bigger?
Absolutely. I felt great this whole week. I ate the whole week. I ate all the way up to weigh-in. So you know, I was happy the whole week. But I just know my capabilities. I know that my chances at winning gold are really good at welterweight.
Me again. Hi.
Hey.
You talk about pursuing the title shot, and that could be something that you're interested in doing at middleweight at this point. But then you have the situation in which GSP is coming in and he's getting the title shot. You said it yourself that you thought it was kind of unfair, sort of, that he was getting that in front of Yoel. The fact that he can come in and just the big fight just becomes the title fight, does that give you like any pause when it comes to pursuing the title in the middleweight division?
A little bit, because you know what's the fight of having contenders? What's the point of having rankings if we're not going to follow the rankings? We're not going to follow the #1 contenders. You know, it just doesn't make any sense. You know, now everybody wants those big money fights. You know, and it just doesn't make any sense to have any rankings if we're going to keep doing that kind of stuff.
And how is it for you to just plan for that? Because it makes even a career plan kind of seem
right. You know, I just got to keep winning fights, keep making noise. I'm not a very loud person. I'm not a very obnoxious person, but the way that I want to keep making noise is beating big names.
cool. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Obrigado.